thinking about
Yeah.
football though, like
Mhm.
this is kind of changing topics a little bit, but kind of staying on the whole college, like let's just say college football. When we're talking about revolutionizing and what we're seeing now, like, I mean, honestly, COVID has changed up the game in a lot of different sports. And so like college football right now, we've got some conferences that aren't even playing. We've got some conferences that just started. So is that going to put an asterisk next to the national champion? Like, or is someone like Ohio State who just started, are they going to be ranked in the top three coming in? Like, how do you rank a team and actually put the correct teams in the college playoff without them not playing, without them playing the same amount of games? Like, how do you guys think that's going to work?
Same way they do every year. They
Yeah.
pick the best Power 5 schools that should be there.
Yeah, I think you can't go wrong if you pick for the first three, Alabama, Clemson, and Ohio State. You can't go wrong there, and I can't see anything changing. And then you pick Georgia, then that's always
LSU?
a safe way. Yeah, well, LSU sucks this year, but don't get me started on that. That's a whole nother podcast.
You just repeat the teams from last year.
No, so
yeah,
if you've got someone
LSU's
like Ohio
rebuilding.
State, if you got someone like Ohio State that let's say they play 4 games and they win 3, lose 1, but then you have someone like, I don't know, let me just throw it out there, Oklahoma State who goes undefeated, like
Yeah.
could that not be, an opportunity to put Oklahoma State in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think if Ohio State would have to play at least 8 games, and I think they would have to go undefeated within those 8, including beating someone like a Michigan or a Penn State or whatever. But if Oklahoma State runs the table and they play a full schedule, then yeah, I believe they may deserve to be there. But who are they?
And yeah, whether or not you deserve to be there is a completely different question. Whether or not you're going to actually be there, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. But I think
I'll
as
just say
long
this.
as
No, go ahead.
no, I was going to say as long as the NCAA hopes Alabama, Clemson, or Ohio State wins. If one of those 3 teams wins, then all is good. But if someone else wins because of the COVID, this particular team, say Oregon is the number 4 team in the country, but they only play 6 games, then they make the playoffs and then they win, then that can cause issues. But I believe as long as Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson win it, then those are the teams that we expect to win it anyway going into the season, I think.
But just the nature of the way college football is set up, those teams are always going to be at the top.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, like every team that's ever made it in that nobody expected to be in got killed.
Yeah.
Like literally killed. So it's like college football is a sport. Pro style teams are the ones that are going to always be in the playoffs. Every now and then we'll get 1 or 2 teams that get in. Those teams that get in, I'll use Oklahoma as an example. Oklahoma typically gets killed in the college football playoff. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's par for the course, man.
Yeah. But
I don't think we should really expect too much different.
No, but Matt, well, the issue really would be, let's say Clemson does make it and Trevor Lawrence gets COVID or something like that. Now, that's when the asterisk comes in, right? Like, well, Alabama, yes, you won, but guess what? Trevor Lawrence, it wasn't Trevor Lawrence's fault, right? It's the pandemic fault, right?
The question though is, would they still play him?
I know, like we don't college. I always say the NCAA is like the biggest mafia in the world, right? They do some illegal shit every single day. Like would Clemson actually say he can be asymptomatic, right? But they test him daily and be good to go. Like Nick Saban. Shit, I mean, one day Nick Saban had COVID. 2 days later, he was coaching on the sideline.